night, and we're making our way back to Houston today. It has been quite a trek. We've been through not only bad weather, but a lot of that debris that that Hurricane Harvey, that Category 4 storm would have made landfall, did along some of those coastal towns. We've had to fight that to get back, and now I wanted to join you guys here in the KHOU 11 News Weather Tracker now that it's back in the Houston area and show you kind of what we're looking at. We just drove through a tornado-warned storm here in Fort Bend County. The storm was actually to the north of where we are, but it's right behind us, and just showing you the conditions here from the weather tracker. You can see the immense rain. It was windy. This storm had produced a radar-indicated tornado here in Fort Bend County, Waller County, that area, off of Highway 59, I believe, as we're headed back into Houston. Of course, we're going to have to fight the conditions that Houston is experiencing right now to try and get. We're headed to the southern part of the city where there is a lot of that flooding today. But I want to show you that the road conditions here are certainly what you don't want to be out in. It is wet, it is windy, it is hard to see at times through some of those bands as they pass over. But photographer Derek Felton here with me. He's been with me since Thursday, since we left Houston, and we are returning to a city that is much different than it was when we left just a few days ago. We saw the impact of Harvey along the coast. We saw what a Category 4 storm can do there with those 130-mile-an-hour sustained winds there in Rockport, where we just were yesterday, looking at the damage there, and now knowing that we're coming back to this immense flooding, this historical flooding that's happened here in the city of Houston. Seeing the pictures from my colleagues, seeing the video of the station, certainly unimaginable there, just about to look at that. And thank goodness for you guys there in Dallas that are allowing us to be on the air and on our digital platforms as well this afternoon. Just wanted to share with you what we're looking at as we make this trek back into Houston. Again, this is we're just outside of Rosenberg, about 30 miles away from Houston's downtown area. Our plan is, at least for now, is to get on the Beltway and head around to the south part of the city. Of course, using the weather tracker, we'll be able to share with viewers wherever they're watching on any platform what we see as we see it as we approach the city. David?
And it was interesting to see in the back of you had that shot on the back of your vehicle there, and I could see some gas cans and stuff. What do you stock with there, and how do you staying safe?
Okay, so Rosenberg, Rockport, where we were over the course of the storm making landfall. We were in Corpus Christi during the actual landfall, and then in Rockport yesterday, where, of course, the eye hit. And you've seen the incredible pictures of the damage there because we were preparing for the power outages in the days to come. And I can tell you, in Corpus Christi, you can't get gas. In Rockport, obviously, you can't get gas. In a lot of the cities back, on our way back, you couldn't get gas. In fact, we had to travel, I would imagine, about 100 miles in from the coast before we were able to fill the truck up. So we brought with us, when we left Houston, we filled up 15 gallons of gas on the roof, which is enough to put a half a tank of gas in the truck here. That was just to be prepared. And now we're headed back into a city that, of course, as you know, anytime a gas station goes underwater, the gas in the tank is compromised, whether the station has power or not. So now the gas we took with us, in case we needed to get back from the hurricane and get out of the path of the destruction, the gas that we brought with us for that might be the gas that we have to use inside the city of Houston to cover this storm, unless we can find some gas stations that haven't been affected by the water.
Well, I thank you for being so prepared. You may have been a Boy Scout in another lifetime, and you guys are doing incredibly great work, and we commend you for that. So thank you. We'll be back to you, I think, shortly. That's Brett Buffington of KHOU, your station. My name is David Schechter. You don't know me. I'm a reporter in Dallas. We are stepping in to help our sister station, KHOU, with its coverage. As you heard, they have been knocked off the air. There are several shelters that are open in Houston. There's the Red Cross shelter at M.O. Campbell Ed Center. There's one on Aldine Bender Road, the Islamic Center on Coventry in Houston, the Islamic Center on Brand Lane in Stafford, the Islamic Center in Galveston Road in Houston. George R. Brown Convention Center is now open and accepting evacuees. Friendswood, the City Activities Building, is available to you. In Bastrop County, First United Methodist Center. For Zoria County, the Angleton ISD. On North Downing, the Red Cross Shelter at Livingstone Church. In Harris County, M.O. Campbell Center Shelter is available. Pardon me, can you say that one more time? I missed you. Okay, we got A rescue of a parrot. A video. I was looking down. I didn't see that. Animals are. There's that two little doggies in a cage. The animals, as we know, in the parrot, so critical to rescues that people don't want to leave their homes without their animals that they love, and first responders have gotten the understanding of that, and they treat your animals as if they were your loved ones when you're getting out of there. We are waiting to hear from the governor right now for a press conference. A couple more pieces of information I can share. The Houston Texans, your football team, due to flooding in Houston to ensure the safety of our players, coaches, and staff, the Houston Texans will fly from New Orleans to Dallas tonight. So they're coming directly to Dallas. They'll return to Houston as soon as it's safe to travel back. Not knowing when exactly that is, I can tell you that Houston Hobby Airport is closed until Wednesday. Bush is closing now until probably tomorrow afternoon. There are several rescue operations underway. I can tell you that there are 2,000 Texas guardsmen who've been activated to respond right now in the Houston area.
I have Larry Seward. He's a reporter with KHOU
Okay.
on his way to...
This is Larry Seward, reporter from KHOU. Larry, this is David Schechter at WFAA. Don't talk to me like I'm in Dallas. Talk to me like I'm part of Houston. That's what we're trying to be right now. So you don't have to explain stuff to me. Just talk to your audience. Tell us where you are right now and what's going on, Larry.
Well, David, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. We are on 59 Highway North, leaving Wharton. We are approaching Rosenberg now. Actually, I think I'm going to stop and check on a giant sinkhole that opened up there. People may have seen this on Facebook. Rosenberg police posted a photo earlier this morning of a giant, enormous sinkhole on, I think it's FM 762. That could be the wrong name of the highway, but there is one it's near 59 Highway. We're going to check on that. But on our way up here, we saw 3 DPS helicopters that were dispatched from Corpus Christi to Houston. They are search and rescue helicopters. They are going to help pull people out of high water, people who are stuck on the rooftops of homes, who are stuck in water somewhere. The issue is the weather, the rain. These helicopters had to circle back and land in the parking lot of a Buc-ee's, if you can believe that. They landed side by side by side. And I was able to talk to the captain, who sort of told me what their plans are. They plan to go to Ellington Field. That will be their base of operations for the foreseeable future. They will then await word from the Houston Emergencies Operations Center, and they will be passing on along information, addresses of people who are stuck in homes, cars, people who desperately need help and that vehicles can't reach. And these helicopters are able to fly above, hover maybe 150 to 200 feet. They have a cable that they can attach a basket to, or they can just have their diver, as they call him, come down that cable and literally snatch people off rooftops, pull people out of water, and from there those helicopters would then carry them to whatever fire department to 200 feet. They have a cable that they can attach a basket to, or they can